Welcome to LG Electronics Residential Energy Storage System Installation Guide. Through this video, you will be instructed the proper process of installing LG Electronics ESS. The full set of LG ESS is composed of two boxes, the PCS box and the battery pack box. The installation process of LG ESS is easy and simple. Now let's have a look at the process of installing the power conditioning system. First, open the box of LG PCS and lay the PCS flat on the floor with the front side facing up. From inside the box of the product, you will find a power conditioning system, an upper wall bracket, a middle bracket, a PCS battery communication cable, an installation manual, and an operating manual. Lower wall bracket is attached to the PCS as part of the product. Disassemble the lower wall bracket from the PCS. Place the upper wall bracket on a wall. Use an inclinometer to adjust the horizontal level. Indicate the position to drill using a marker pen, and drill holes on the indicated positions. Fix the upper wall bracket on the wall with screws, but leave the hole in the middle for the middle bracket to be installed. Hang the middle wall bracket on the upper wall bracket and fix them together with the screws. Hang the lower wall bracket on the middle wall bracket, mark the positions on the wall, and drill holes. Fix the lower wall bracket and the middle bracket together on the wall. Now you are ready to mount the PCS on the bracket. To mount LG PCS on the wall, simply adjust it to the right position and hang it on the installed bracket, and fix the PCS with the lower wall bracket using screws. LG PCS installation is completed. It is as simple and easy as it looks. Now, let's move on to the battery installation. Open the box of the battery system and lift it out carefully. It is recommended for 2 people to lift it out together. Loosen 8 screws in total on each side of the battery system in order to open the front cover. Disassemble the front cover slowly by sliding it up. Place the battery system against the wall first and mark the drill positions through the screw holes of the battery system. Move the battery aside from the marked position, drill holes on the indicated positions, and insert anchors into the holes. Make a cable hole through the grommet by cutting it in crossed lines. Pass the pre-prepared power cable through the grommet hole. Connect the power cables to the power terminal. Make sure not to be confused with DC plus and DC minus, and the cables are connected to the right slot. And then, connect the battery management system cable to the I/O connector on the battery by passing the cable through the grommet hole. Place the battery back against the wall. Screw the bolts into the holes only down to the halfway through the screw holes on the battery. Place the bracket by simply dropping it on the screws between the wall and the battery. Now, tighten up the screws all the way. Now we will look into how to connect the cables from the PCS to the battery, PV array, and power grid. If you have a look at the bottom of the PCS, you will find several connectors and a series of conduits. Disassemble the lower cover from the PCS. Connect the DC power cables coming from the battery side to the connector on the PCS. Please beware not to be confused with the polarity when connecting the cables to the connector. Make sure that you check DC plus and DC minus correctly and connect the right cable to each connector. Connect the battery management system cable coming from the battery side to the BMS connector on the PCS. Connect DC cables of the PV array to PV connectors on the PCS. Release the cap and the rubber from the cable gland and bundle up both the LAN and smart meter cables using the rubber. Push the cables into the opening of the rubber fitting. Detach the green smart meter plug from the backboard of the PCS's front cover. After connecting the 2 wires into the smart meter plug, insert the plug into the smart meter terminal, and insert the RJ45 LAN cable to the Ethernet port on the PCS. Insert the other end of the stripped wires to the smart meter mounted on the wall. You can get information of energy flow if you have a smart meter connected to your LG ESS. However, you should note that the smart meter for this product is not included with this product package. Release the cap of AC cable conduit. Insert the AC cable on the power grid through the cable conduit. Insert each pre-prepared wire end ferrule to the corresponding ferrule hole in the AC terminal. Connect the grounding wire to the grounding connector. Now, all the cables are connected to the PCS. Assemble the lower cover to the PCS. Take the seal off the safety label and turn on the DC circuit breaker on the BMS board of the battery pack. Check voltage readings of the battery by using a voltmeter. If the voltage is not within the normal range, contact an authorized dealer. Assemble the front cover of the battery by sliding it down and fasten the screws on both sides of the battery pack after closing the front cover. Turn on the PV switch for the PV panel on the PCS. Turn on the AC switch of the smart meter and then turn on the AC circuit breaker. The display panel on the PCS will light up when it is ready for the installer settings. Before setting installer settings menu, input installer password. Tab Menu button on the main screen and tab Installer Settings option. Installer Login menu appears on the screen. Input installer password and tab Login to enter installer settings menu. Then you will see that the current status of the network connection is displayed. Tab Wired Settings. Wire connection options are displayed. If IP allocation scheme setting in Wired Settings tab is set to auto, this product will be automatically allocated an IP address from local area network via wired connection. If you want to use interview service over the internet, set the switch button to be on. Tab PV meter on installer settings. You will see PV and meter information on display. When the product is connected to the internet and interview service is active, PV and meter information will be received through the internet automatically. If information on PV is failed to receive from the internet, maker, installed capacity, azimuth angle, and tilt angle can be set manually. Please note that installed capacity value is entered in WP units, not kWp. Finally, please input model, baud rate, parity BIT, and stop BIT values for using smart meter. Tab PCS battery on installer settings. Battery information is displayed. PV feed-in limitation, winter mode SOC, and battery installation and expansion date can be set manually. Select the currently selected value of each option to change. Input menu appears on the screen. Input the desired value. Select Accept to complete the setting. Tab Operating Test on installer settings. When the operating test menu is displayed, you should perform 4 operating tests. To start the test, tab Start of each test. Start the tests one by one from the left. The result is displayed when each test is completed. When there is no problem with the test, Success is displayed. When Fail is displayed, tap the test result to check the information in detail. Check and solve the error referring to the error code in the information and perform the test again. Now, LG Energy Storage System is all set and ready to operate. That was the whole process of LG ESS installation. Thank you for watching.